there, queens. I just wanted to jump on here and explain to you guys how to get your dream team list started. Hopefully you all have started a list somewhere, whether it be a notebook or an Excel sheet or just maybe a piece of paper. But you've got to start somewhere. And I want to give you guys some tips and hints how to get those 50 people down on your list on your dream team list. A few months ago, I don't know if these are still available in the portal. I don't think they are. They have these cute little trackers. I'm going to keep track of all of my people on this list. It's got 75 actually, because I'm challenging myself to go a little above and beyond. But you can just start with 50. Just start listing your names. Start writing people down who you haven't poshed. Whether it be your friends, maybe it's family, maybe it's, people from your elementary school, high school, maybe you played sports with them, maybe you did cheer with them, maybe you used to work with somebody. Write those names down. And how you want to kind of organize them in no particular way. Jot them down. Doesn't matter. If you're a list maker, then maybe skip. If you're doing something like this, skip down like 15 spots. Do your second list. Skip down 15 spots more. Do your third list. Put them into categories. If you feel like that makes more sense to you, if not, jot them down. Maybe you have duplicate names. Make a little side note. Be like work or friend or cousin or whoever that it is. Maybe it's a cousin's friend you've been introduced to. But get those lists written down and start writing those dream teams out. If you're going to do a notebook, that's totally fine. This is what I did last time for boot camp, and it was super fun. Now I kind of midway through kind of switched it up a hair and swapped a little bit. But as of what I've kept track of from this notebook, I had 8 people join me from boot camp last time. Now I know this isn't completely right and I'm going to update it. And I'll let you guys know after I finish counting and everything else. But I know there's going to be close to almost 20 people, if not more, from last boot camp. So what I did is I put their name across the top of their paper. And I made little notes. So when I sent the packet, and I have like a journal at the very front of what day I sent packets and use this color of pen. Sent packets, I know what information that she is super interested in. This girl, for instance, she is very much into vegan products and cruelty products. I've noticed that about on her Facebook, that she's always posting stuff anti that. So I wanted to make sure I really played up those keywords when I'm putting out my packets to her. She ended up booking a Facebook and portable party. She's not interested in a business right then and there. Another girl is Bethany Roholt. She's actually in this boot camp, so I'm super excited to have you on my list. She was super interested. She really didn't have money right then when I was talking to her, but she was waiting for her tax return. She also sold Younique at the time. She was liking the Younique product, but wasn't completely sold on it. She wasn't liking how much of the investment that she had to come into play. So I was able to talk to her with her tax return and help her build that up, and she ended up joining. She signed up. So super exciting. You guys, it does happen. Another girl, for instance, Morgan, she's not on here, but she's pregnant right now. She's due in a couple weeks, and so she's like, I just can't do it right now. I'll do it next time. But same thing, she was only interested in a self discount. She wanted just kind of a self discount, being able to work kind of at her own pace. She was super excited to host a party. She says maybe one day after taxes she'll think about it. Continue to talk to her. We've had lots of conversations since then. And then I invited her to a couple of parties that I was hosting, and she came and finally was like, okay, this is something I could do. Guess what? She signed as well from that boot camp and is now on my team. There's so many more people in here, but this is kind of a fun little way to keep track of everyone. I still have people in here that I didn't ever get heard back from, and that's okay. I have now leads that I can follow up with this boot camp and continue to send them stuff. I have a couple of girls that just wasn't interested as of yet. She's like, talk to me maybe at the end of the year. I've got too much going on right now. Just had a baby. My husband's in school. Chat up with me later. Well, I now can go back, and I have kept up with her through this little notebook, so I can continue to keep track of her and what conversations we've had about Posh. So super, super fun. Another way you can do to make lists, if maybe you've been doing this a while and you're like, okay, I'm kind of out of my market. I don't know who else to send stuff to. You got to dig deeper. Keep digging. I promise you it will come. So you have these little enter my drawing slips. These are fabulous. People mark these little answers, whether or not they're interested in hosting a party, whether or not they're interested in learning, having a conversation to learn more. Anyone who's checked one of these, I'm going to be following up with. This opens so many more opportunities. I don't even know these people. Completely don't know them. But I now have an opportunity to break out of my comfort zone and into my cold market, where these people I don't even know. I can then have a conversation with them to join my team. They already said right here they're interested. I've just got to continue to follow up with that. So this is a great way. If you've been hosting parties, or start now, if you're going to have a party, get these little packets. They're super wonderful. On the back of them, at the end of the party, I always write where this party took place, whose house it was, if I had any conversations with this person, if they liked specific products. I always jot notes because I'm going to forget. I have a million people that I know. And it's super fun to be like, oh yeah, I know her. Oh yeah, I remembered her. Oh, she was the one that liked that product. Or, oh, we had that conversation about her. She also lives in Logan. She's going away to school in a couple weeks because she's moving to St. George to go to where it's warmer. I can have a conversation with her now about, hey, so you're moving down to somewhere else. This is a great way for you to meet people, is you can have, kind of a little side business, but you're also going to get money in return for talking to people about this. But you're going to maybe find new friends, your girlfriends from, going to be in the dorms with them or whatever else. You can have those conversations and it makes it so much easier. I think it's fabulous. So really, these are great tools and great ways to get that list of 50 down. Entry forms may be notebook style or maybe just old fashioned, write it down on paper. Keep track of them. Keep track of those conversations that you have. I promise you, the more prep, the more hands-on, the more detailed